competition that is, what, like 7 or 8 events prior to this. KILLERXINOK, if he wins this match, will pass Gur in points.
Was that Baraka versus Sub-Zero?
Round 1.
Sonya Blade.
Oh, no, okay.
This is the same matchup. So yeah, KILLERXINOK could pass Gur, who has been competing throughout the entire. What a conversion!
No, can we talk about that conversion for a second?
Never mind. I don't want to talk about what I was talking about before. That's irrelevant, apparently.
This man did Empire stand one into sweep. Wow.
And of all of the things Baraka could have converted into, right? Of the billions of things that could have led to billions of damages, he's like, nah, man. Let me get this beautiful knockdown. And why? Dizzy wants to bet that now? Wait a minute.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, belief or
I mean, yeah, it worked, but typically you want to save that for a moment when it's going to be very consequential, and it's not yet certain that he'll be close enough to take this round. If he finds the next 2 hits, yeah, maybe so, but there's still a lot on the line. Yeah, and he doesn't end up doing it. Very unfortunate for him that he won't have Fatal the next at least 1 round or 2 rounds, depending if it goes that far.
Fight.
And I'm really curious to see how the approach of Shinnok works on Dizzy. That didn't work on Tekken Master, right? Where he was a little more, you know, zoning and spacing oriented and stayed out of the ranges that KILLERXINOK is finding himself in here against Dizzy. You notice that there's no back movement out of Dizzy on that full approach by KILLERXINOK. He put himself in that extended jump 1 distance. And it's Dizzy refusing to move backwards in these situations. I think that Tekken Master has shown him. Oh my goodness!
He just phased through
That's
the
through
ring.
a ring.
I think he yeah,
through the ring.
Talking about Superman 64 up on that stage right now.
Oh!
Oh,
and
just
now
gorgeous conversion.
I would just be shook. He has taken away all of my options, it seems, as KILLERXINOK. He's probably for flawless block right there from what we've seen throughout this top 8. Fell for the counter poke.
Yeah, that was going to be down 1 into slash v slash.
Shinnok actually didn't amplify that for the kill. I'm so impressed with what we saw out of Shinnok. I think it comes down to, you talked about how Tekken Master was able to zone him a lot more effectively. It's because he also moved backwards a lot more effectively and just more. Yeah. Every time Disney throws out a ring, he either maintains his neutral ground or moves forward. And Shinnok had something active there waiting for him or on the way almost every time.
Yeah, very interesting how the difference in player styles is making it
effective,
self-known in this. Yeah, I mean it's very clear. It's very clear.
I think Dizzy's gonna be thinking
now,
a lot right here.
What we may be waiting for here is for Dizzy, yeah, to just think about what he needs to do differently. Because you know, yeah, you're right. He didn't move backwards very often. He didn't control the screen quite as well. That's just not his MO for the most part. Maybe that walk back right there is him saying, oh, yeah, you guys are right. You guys from 5,000 miles north are right.
Oh, there we go. You see the walk backwards and then looking for either the interrupt or the anti-air with the down 1. If this is just a tough spot to be, though.
Oh, yeah, nobody
wants to help me.
Here it is. Yeah, instantly gone. Absolutely. Yo! Oh, then the block. Okay, I'm impressed.
2 things to take away from this entire tournament, guys. These Brazilians love their flawless blocks on jump-ins and their short hops. This is becoming like a Brazil thing to me.
Moving forward. Got the corner yet again. Oh, Dizzy tried! No, the drop! Very rarely seen. For a player who did stand 1 sweep in the game before. Okay, now here's ready.
Oh, had the false block, but no defensive.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he tried for the big damage stuff. Not quite
stand 4-1-1-2.
The link after that stand 4.
That's okay. He's gonna get it here anyway. Keeps the corner. Very impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Final round. Fight.
Shout out to KILLERXINOK moving in with Baraka. Okay, controlling the stage a little bit. He does have very fast projectiles. This is one of the few matchups where his is slower.
And that's what's always been. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's. Jeez. Will Dizzy go in or not here? Yeah. Oh, very slightly. It does though. Taking maybe a bit more risk. Now Dizzy has the corner.
And that's a lot of what he ran into against Tekken Master in the winners finals. That was a raw jump after the poke. That is a ballsy call out to do anything after getting hit by a Sonya Blade down 3. That jails into a back 1.
Oh, down 2.
That's going to be an anti this time around. Dizzy tired of holding these jump kicks as well. And gets him possibly going to jump out of the poke as well up to down 3. Right into the onion ring, getting the hit. Which does not combo. So that hits something that Shinnok tried.
I like that Dizzy did the down 2 right there. You can't always do down 1 because a character like Baraka with really different jump normals to throw at it can vary up his timing enough that he can either sort of stay over it or hit through it, depending on what the timing and button is. So if he's expecting to do a later button in the sky, then down 2 will hit him before that's an opportunity.
Round 1.
So 1-1.
Fight.
Shinnok is starting off trying to move forward. Yet again. Dizzy backing off. Okay, I really like that we've seen more of this from Dizzy. I think that's much more effective.
And that's universally how I approach Baraka. Like, no matter the character, is that back off. His natural instinct is to go forward, and you can catch him slipping.
Oh, very nice pickup. Yeah, Baraka doesn't always need to do that. He's got these very far, fast buttons in this range right here, exactly like that. He has a fast projectile. It's just that in this matchup, okay, and he goes into it. Yes, I like this a lot. Cash it out. In this matchup in particular, he's up against a character with better projectiles than he has, and that kind of forces him to move a little bit more than you might in some other matchups. Oh, huge! Actually, the round.
No, he dropped it!
Are you serious?
He went from a miraculous comeback, miraculous, to just mistiming the 1-1-2. Didn't even believe in the heart of the cards, and going for like the optimal, the one he's probably dialed in to do actually, and dropped it early. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, very unfortunate for him. Okay, well, Dizzy's fighting well from the corner. Absolutely out of there. Cancel. Oh well, there was no flawless up to blow up there. Yes, instantly as well. I feel like that down 2 was pressed as soon as Baraka left the floor. Yeah, and you can really see now, Dizzy is backing off a lot more into a spot where he can more safely throw fireballs, where he can anti-air better. And unfortunately for KILLERXINOK, I feel like he hasn't gotten the message that jumping at that spot right there is very commonly anti-air. Like there's a range where Dizzy stops throwing fireballs quite as often, hasn't pressed buttons on the floor, and is really just waiting to anti-air with down 1 or down 2.
That's right.
And KILLERXINOK has jumped into that spot a lot.
Now, with that being said, that could have been a different story if it wasn't for the drop out of KILLERXINOK. And he turned around and got 2 flawless blocks on jump-ins back-to-back, by the way. For that not to rattle him, it's very impressive. It speaks volumes of the mental strength of KILLERXINOK, not to let that bottle him. There we go, Dizzy. Dizzy showing us the flawless blocks in the zone. Ooh. And we saw those mid-meaties rather than the highs, effective in Dizzy's first match of the night. That was also against KILLERXINOK early on. No, it was against Gi Exceptional. I take it back. It was a second match where meeting with mids was super effective against these disrespectful options that you have on Wake Up, right? Wake Up down 1, Wake Up buttons, Wake Up jump. It covers all of those very well.
Well,
where's the back
Aquaman, this is the last chance for it to not be a non-Brazilian Grand Finals. This is absolutely the last chance right here. KILLERXINOK has to win this round. He's got to win the next couple. Dizzy is threatening to make this UK versus Bahrain. As many strong players as there are in Brazil.
Oh, trying to swing is KILLERXINOK, feeling the pressure. The short up underneath the buttons, but still has the recovery of the crossover attempt. And it's Dizzy on the offensive here. He's feeling it with the interrupt. There's breakaway.
Dizzy's out of there. Yes.
Next hit can do it for KILLERXINOK, though.
Jumps closer in. That was a closer range than he had jumped from before. A little bit safer.
Can we extend this at least another round here?
Punish. Not quite.
Dizzy looking for the 50-50. Confirmation of the fatal blow. The grab is going to send us to a final round
And
of
by the
this
way-
game. Wow. Woo.
With an
Surviving
escape
one
failed,
match point.
and that means that in this round right here, at any
Don't get
time,
thrown.
Baraka could bust out with 310 damage.
There it is.
Uh-oh!
Nom, 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 nom. Give me that arm. Woo! KILLERXINOK wants a final game. Wants to make this grand final. They're doing it for Brazil. In his way, though, is Dizzy, who's coming in on the counter offense right now. Gets the whip punch, the forward board.
Yeah, I don't think it was on purpose, but just it happened to work out in Dizzy's side. He pressed the button at the right time. Oh, he feels it. It's time for pressure. Whoa, okay, empty jump into nothing at all. And Dizzy, just like that, is back off, controlling the stage. Uh-oh,
That
it's
should
running
do it.
out. It's
Into
not
the-
enough.
430 didn't come
Fatal
off the
blows
bar
on
there.
deck.
No way!
That made me no! It didn't do it!
Are you
He
kidding?
make it happen! Oh my god! Is he still alive?
And the
No!
profile! I'm done. That may have been one of the greatest 20 seconds of Mortal Kombat 11 I've ever seen.
All of Brazil in tears after getting the hope and then having it ripped away just like that by Dizzy.
Sonya wins.
And Dizzy qualifies for the grand finals just like that. It will in fact.